Hi there, Aquarius. Welcome or welcome back to the channel. Kat here, and today we're just going to check in, see what messages need to come through for you. As a reminder, my readings are for entertainment and are general in nature. They may or may not resonate for everybody, so please do take what is for you and leave what isn't. For those of you liking and sharing the videos, thank you so much. It does help others to be able to see these messages that might not otherwise. I also want to give a huge shout out to all of the new and returning viewers and subscribers and to the channel members. Thank you all so much for being here. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. And I don't think I said it, but this message is a timeless meaning no matter when you come across this message and it resonates with you. It is for you. All right, let's go ahead and jump in and see what Aquarius needs to know, needs to hear. Ooh. For this message. All right, let's see. Let's get. Wow. Okay, well, there you have it. Wow, Aquarius. Okay, well, some of you got a little something going on. A little something going on. It says two little witches, magic, space, clearing, time. Interesting. So isn't that interesting? Wow, look at that. It's almost eerie. Okay, you got a little something going on, Aquarius. Some of you are being directed into kind of this magic space, or what's being considered a magic space, a space for you all by yourself, all on your own, to really kind of create space for yourself, for your life, for your, to reflect on your beliefs, to see what's kind of going on with you. Okay, this says clearing time. So some of you are in the space of clearing the old out, or clearing beliefs that no longer work, limitations, people, right? Letting that all clear out, letting that all kind of die away. Okay, and this is considered making magical spaces. What's coming through here, the two little witches, is interesting to me. So it may be coming through here, Aquarius, that you're dealing with more than one thing, or double things, or maybe there's been a double confirmation, or maybe you've had two specific patterns or loops that keep showing up, or two specific maybe people, or maybe one of these cute little twins, or cute little witches is what this says. Maybe you're a twin, okay? But maybe one of these is you and one of these is another person. There's a lot coming through here, Aquarius, okay? But this is a little bit eerie because you have this, and then you have the 10 of Swords, the 5 of Wands, and the 2 of Swords plus the sword. So there is a huge truth coming out here, okay? A huge truth, but it's a bit eerie how this has come through with these two little witches, okay? And then the 10, it's just making me think of, what is that show where the two little girls are at the end of the hallway and they're saying, "You want to play?" or however that is. It's a movie. I think it's an old school movie too. I don't even know if I've ever actually seen it, but it's been like portrayed, or kind of reenacted, or whatever, or maybe even it's the real stuff. I think that was way before my time, but the real imagery, or the real thing potentially, but I haven't seen that. But that's what's coming through. It's almost like some of you may be having some kind of paranormal or supernatural things coming up or happening around you, or you may be having your gifts open up as well, okay? Just as a bit of a side note, but this is coming through with a little bit eerie. Like when I think about those twins, which this isn't, it says two little witches, but it makes me think of those two twins. And you think about it, and it's meant to be eerie, right? The whole setup of it was meant to be eerie, or is meant to be eerie. It's meant to kind of make you take pause. And so that's kind of what I'm getting coming through here, Aquarius, that spirit is having things show up, things happen, potentially people, situations, events, to create pause for you, to create magical space for cleansing time for you. And it could be within a partnership, it could be within a friendship, it could be within twins, it could be, right, two peas in a pod for some reason is coming through here as well. So you may not actually be doing this cleansing by yourself. You may have a support person, or somebody even that might be kind of pushing you. I'm also getting in a positive way, not in a negative way. I'm also getting that somebody may actually, because of the other cards here with this, may actually be going through an addiction withdrawal of sorts, and may actually have somebody there that is holding space with them and for them, who is really, really assisting them at this time. Aquarius, Spirit is sending you so, so much love, okay? Whether that is your situation or anything else that may be going on. Spirit is giving you a pause. Spirit is giving you this kind of um, energy of a step back of sorts, okay? To create that cleansing time, to have magical space within yourself, okay? The two little witches is kind of that energy of just look at their eyes. Even their eyes like make you take pause. So something is happening to make you take pause. Now, of course, you have the Ten of Swords, the Five of Wands, and the Two of Swords. So some of you are feeling like this is just really kind of a rock bottom, right? Or something has fallen apart, or potentially you're feeling as if you faced defeat. And that is where some of you, have a decision to make, right? You're kind of at a crossroads. You're feeling a lot of conflict, but some of you have a big decision to make. And that decision to make here within this, Aquarius, is to reflect, right? To kind of notice where you're feeling within all that is going on around you, because there is some conflict, right? This could be internal conflict. This could be conflict that Spirit is stirring up, Aquarius, so that you can begin to see things different, right? Some of you may be having this energy of just feeling as if everything is ruined, okay? With that Ten of Swords, as if everything is ruined, as if you just kind of have hit a dead end and there's not a lot that can be done. Like it's at the end of the road or rock bottom, okay? And that conflict, that energy with that Five of Wands is really, really putting this tension. It's almost like there's a dark cloud over you, okay? Which is if like I'm seeing a show where somebody is walking, it could even be a cartoon, right? It's more cartoonish is in my image. Walking, and there's like this dark cloud just following them around, right? Which is eerie in itself. And like there's people on the outside looking in. It's a beautiful bright blue sunny day, except for this person has this dark gray, almost black cloud that is just following them, and it's just putting this shadow across them. And that's kind of what's coming through here for you, Aquarius. You're feeling as if potentially there's this shadow over you, but you have a decision to make, okay? Because Spirit is orchestrating this, but it's for your benefit, because there's a lot that you haven't been seeing. There's a lot you haven't been paying attention to, right? Kind of have this pattern or this double kind of loop or what have you that continues to come through with these twins. And so Spirit is bringing this through. It's like you haven't been paying attention, Aquarius. So, it's time for this to come through. We've got to create some magical space for you. We've got to create some clearing time to clear all of this out. But within that, with that Two of Swords, you do have a decision to make. You have free will here, Aquarius. You have a decision to make. You get to decide whether you become a victim and you stay in that kind of victimization or victimized role within this, right? And continue to create these patterns or these loops, continue to be in this space, continue to be here, right? Or if you are going to decide to rise up above, right? You have choices. This brings you choices. This brings options, right? This doesn't mean to roll over or lay down and just let it be or just take it, right? You don't have to be a doormat. You can rise up, right? You can rise above this, right? But this is not an easy energy. This is not going to be an easy time. Spirit has lessons coming through, big, big lessons, because you also have the Ace of Swords here, and this is a truth being exposed, okay? This is a truth being exposed. So there is a big truth coming through. There's clarity. This is a huge, huge breakthrough. But if you look here, Aquarius, you have the Ace of Swords here. This is a new beginning. This is a new, fresh kind of start. This is that kind of understanding or having that kind of force or focus from within that kind of comes out, right? Kind of that new beginning, that truth. But something is shed. Okay, something is shed or something has to be shed. But look, you have the Ace of Swords, then you move to the Two of Swords, and then you have a Five of Wands in the center, and then it goes to the Ten of Swords. Okay, but you're kind of moving backward. You've already had that 10, and then that Five of Wands, of course, not of Swords, but Wands, right? So, and then you have that Two of Swords, and then you have the Ace. Okay, so there is a big truth being exposed. This is a lot of you being in your head, in your thoughts, in your mind, Aquarius, and we can make a whole lot of ish up in our mind. Okay, so Spirit is indicating, Aquarius, this is a big truth. This truth is going to bring clarity. It's going to bring a lot of breakthrough energy, but it is your truth, and I have to bring it to you in this way. It has to almost spook you, or it has to almost be this eerie energy, like the two twins at the end of the hall, right? For you to wake up and pay attention. Okay, that is why this is happening, because this breakthrough needs to come through, Aquarius. You have been staying in your mind or creating things, or for some of you, you've just been staying on the couch and not even maybe going outside, right? And you've just been staying in this perpetual cycle of recreating the day before each new day, right? Each new day is just a run on. It's like a big rerun or a run on sentence that just keeps going and going and going. It's almost as if you're not even taking the time out to even lay down and take a rest, right? Some of you are staying inside, right? This looks like they're sitting inside, and there's this beautiful landscape image behind them. If you look at it, right, in a certain way, it looks as if this is a floor, a concrete floor, and they're sitting there with a blindfold on, with two swords up in the air, right? And then there's this beautiful scenic backdrop or an image or almost like a photo behind them. But they're not seeing any of that because they're staying they're staying comfortable, they're staying within a loop or a pattern, or however this comes through for you, of course. But you have all of this beautiful open scenery, this fresh air out there, and you're not getting out to get it, okay? This is coming through in so many different ways, and you're going to understand if this is for you. But Spirit had to bring this in this way, Aquarius, for you to finally begin to see the truth, okay? You get to sit there and say, I want to do, I wish I could, I wish, I wish, I wish. Or you can get up and actually do it, okay? Now, sometimes it's just as a simple thing from sitting on the couch and watching TV nonstop all the time to just going outside and taking a breath of fresh air. It doesn't have to be huge, Aquarius, but you have a big decision to make, okay? You have a big decision to make. Do you stay at this rock bottom, right? Are you creating this magical space and or moving into that magical space, that clearing time, right? This is what this is, clearing out the old, right? Clearing out the old so that you can have that new, those breakthroughs, those ahas, that new truth or that new understanding, right? The limiting beliefs, the limitations you placed on yourself, the all of that stuff gets to kind of be swept away, right? You have a broom. There's a broom right here in this image. I don't know how clear you can see it, but it's like these two cute little airy witches are coming through to sweep all of that away, right? It may be a little bit eerie. It may be a little bit strange. It may feel a little bit off-putting, right? But they're here to come in and clean that out, create that magical space, create that cleansing time, right? Or time to cleanse, to reflect, redirect, remove, or for some of you, just move into a new decision, a new choice, because you've been holding on to something for so long, and to let that truth come out, right? That reflective moment, those breakthroughs that have been working so long to come through, Aquarius, this is happening for a reason. This isn't just happening just because it was a boring day for Spirit and they just chose to do this. It's for a reason, Aquarius. It's because you haven't been doing it. So these little tweaks, these little perception changes, and sometimes they seem like they're huge, but if you think about in kind of the big picture, they're really not. They just feel big to us in the moment. So it's time to make a decision, Aquarius. It's time for this truth to come out. It's time for you to have a breakthrough, right? You got to decide. I'm going to stay in all this mess, or are you going to come out? Take a deep, big breath of fresh air, create some magical space, some clearing time, and really allow yourself to reemerge, refreshed, re-energized, revitalized, and ready to bloom, blossom again, right? All right, I do intend this resonated with you and for you. If it did, please do hit the like button and share this video. It does help others to be able to see these messages that might not otherwise. Also, feel free to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time I upload new readings. It is free for you to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and it does support the Lucky Stars community in growing and thriving. As always, I do wish you lots of hope, lots of joy, and lots of love with all of your current and future endeavors. I'll see you in the next reading.